Hi, my loves. Welcome to a timeless reading. Look, I don't even know what this is for, just because I got the energy to do a reading and I'm gonna hop on here and deliver some messages. Ooh, okay. So I was over here shuffling the African Goddess Rising Oracle and out flipped Jumbi masks. Okay, that's so crazy. I was on Instagram today watching someone's tarot reading, and they were mentioning something about masks falling off, especially with this full moon coming up here on Friday, full moon in Aries. Okay, so I will say for some of you, there may be some things that will be revealed. Or the masks are starting to fall off, they're starting to slip. Maybe you are realizing this could be a person around you. And I'm looking at the number, noticing number 18 on here. So 1 plus 8 is 9. I just saw 1 minute and 1 second on the screen. So the number 11 may be a synchronicity, an angel number there for you. But I'm hearing mastery in spotting deceptive people or people that wear masks. Okay, so there may be some sort of lesson that you're experiencing in this in the upcoming week. All right, this is interesting. Okay, now for some of you as well, this can be maybe about different masks that you wear. And if we're being honest, we all do this. It is just something we've been conditioned to do. I'm even picking up on that whole concept of like code switching, like when you're in the workspace and you have to kind of put on your professional mask, but outside of that, excuse me, oh my gosh, I just bit my tongue. But outside of that, you can like really truly be yourself. So there's an element of someone that is not maybe fully being themselves. So I do want to read from the booklet here just to get a little more insight about Jumbi. I just saw 2 minutes and 22 seconds on the screen there, so that too can be an angel number for you. Interestingly enough, this goddess is associated with the Temple of Shadows. All right, so there are different categories that the goddesses are associated with in this particular deck. So this one being the Temple of Shadows. Jumbis are the scary, shadowy, otherworldly spirits and monsters of the Caribbean. The guidance is, where is the lie? Get quiet to get clear. Put your hand on your heart. Now, are you confused or are you afraid? Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. Show your true face. Wearing a mask blocks your vulnerability and blessings. If you are wearing a mask, dare to reveal yourself. You are lying to others and to yourself. Wearing a mask is exhausting. Be you. If someone else is wearing a mask with you, you deserve clarity. Your relationship and connection is built on lies. Their mask is a projection of your own. And I just saw 333 on the screen there, so another angel number. The affirmation associated with Jumbi is, I am willing to remove the mask. And with a full moon, any full moon, and this is a super full moon as well, clarity is the name of the game, okay? It is when the moon is at its full luminance that everything comes into the light, right? So there is going to be something revealed to you. I'm getting for some of you possibly in your dreams. So you definitely want to pay attention to that. I don't know why the color purple, and that's so interesting because I know that's like a book and movie, but I was literally just referring to the color purple. So I don't know if that's like a color that you're wearing right now, or someone that's wearing a mask around you. Maybe that's a color that they like to wear. Something about purple is coming through. Oh, even the crown chakras, but even like the third eye is kind of like a purple, blue, indigo color. So there could be something about you needing to kind of activate your higher vision or your spiritual vision to fully see what is around you, okay? Now, for some of you, this may just be about, as mentioned, needing to be a little more vulnerable. And within safe spaces, you know, within your own comfortability as well. And I know that can kind of sound contradictory because being vulnerable in itself, it's not usually a comfortable thing. It is going to bring about feelings of discomfort if it's something you're not used to. But also I am getting, for those of you that do feel like, yeah, like there are certain people I can be vulnerable with, but then like other people I can't. That may actually be for a reason, is what I'm getting. I would honestly say to trust that, especially if you are someone that doesn't really have a problem being vulnerable. If you're not feeling safe, you know, to really reveal yourself around someone in particular, it might be for a reason. Okay. So yeah, I'm hearing don't reveal your cards. So some of you, ooh, this card just flipped out of the deck. We have friendship, okay? So for some of you, this may be regarding friendship, platonic relationships here. For others of you that feel like you're lacking when it comes to friendships, that you don't really have that sense of community, it may be because you are wearing a mask here, okay? You are not really allowing others to truly see you, okay? So you'll know if that applies. It's so interesting. Once again, I'm gonna make so many Instagram references, but was literally just on there. I think her name's the holistic psychologist, if I'm not mistaken, but she's been posting a lot about friendships this week. And I literally just saw one of her posts from today, I believe. There were so many comments under it, just people sharing their experiences with friendship and whatnot. So maybe some of you want to go check her out, check out some of her recent posts here. Maybe they'll resonate with you. But yeah, I'm getting like, you know, you are meant to feel free and safe, you know, to express yourself, to be open with others. There is community that is waiting for you to embrace them, is something that I'm picking up on here. Okay. I don't know if someone out there right now is watching, is like 18 years old or something like that. It could be something about like, I can't really be myself until I'm an adult. So this may even have to do with your home environment. Some of you might be waiting until you're an adult to where, oh, I can move out, and I'm hearing come out as well. So some of you, yes, this might be coming out regarding your, I can't say certain words, right, on YouTube anymore because my channel will get flagged. But, you know, coming out about, you know what, okay? But it could also be coming out about something else too, just something that is like your truth, right? And you feel like maybe your family, they're not gonna accept it. That shit's basically not gonna fly with them. Look, oh, I'm over here trying to censor words. At the end of the day, I be cussing, so whatever. YouTube can just get over themselves. But yeah, I'm getting for some of you, it is something about your family dynamics where you might be feeling a little oppressed, suppressed, repressed, where you just really can't be yourself. So it is through your friends, your chosen family, where you are really going to shine, is what I'm picking up on here. Some of you may be tied to some sort of women's circle, full moon circle. Maybe you're doing something on the full moon with your friends or something like that. But yeah, it's really good vibes. You could be out and about socializing, connecting with people that are, you know, on your wavelength, you're vibing. I believe, are these, I don't know what kind of birds these are. I thought they were hummingbirds. I'm just obsessed with hummingbirds. But I don't think that is them, because hummingbirds have like a longer, like their beak is longer. So look, I don't know what kind of bird that is, but there could be something about, ooh, birds. Just thinking about some other oracle decks. Sometimes birds can be representative of communication, but in some cases it can be gossip, okay? So once again, I do encourage you to trust your intuition. if you know, like, yes, I'm a vulnerable person. I don't have a problem being vulnerable with anyone, or the right people that I feel safe with. Because maybe there's someone that you just feel like, I can't really be as open with you as I can with other people. And I don't know if this has to do potentially with someone that may be gossiping, okay? Or going around spreading your business. So I would definitely say to trust yourself in cases like those. Don't try to like write things off here, right? We have blessings coming with this full moon as well. I love this. I just heard exposure. And I was getting it in one way, but it could be multiple meanings. I'm hearing this as good exposure for some of you, okay? You could be getting some sort of recognition with this full moon in Aries. Congratulations in advance. Or some sort of blessing that is coming your way, you know, whether it's recognition, fame, stardom, or not. You know, for some of you, the blessing is just coming through friendship, okay? Through feeling like, wow, I'm connected, I can be myself, I can take off the mask, right? So I really love that for you. We also have life purpose. Wow, this is beautiful. Very powerful messages coming through here, okay? So for some of you with this full moon as well, your life purpose is going to be made more clear. You know, is going to be revealing things to you. Once again, something about your dreams, I think they're going to be in a heightened state as we get closer to this full moon, but maybe even just throughout the next week. You want to keep a dream journal. I know for me, I have like a dream folder in my notes app, and literally when I wake up, I'm on my phone like, oh, this is what my dream was about, okay? So some of you might want to try that. There could be some blessings that are connected to your life purpose, to your friendships. Some of you might work with like women in some capacity, women's empowerment or something like that. Some sort of like, it doesn't necessarily have to be like a formal club or an organization that you're a part of, but it's like coming together with like-minded women or women that are going through a scenario like yours. Maybe they're dealing with similar struggles as you are. I saw a really great post the other day about like single mothers coming together to support each other, to lean on each other. So there could be something like that coming through as well. Like your network around you is very supportive. And oh, I love this. This just fell out of the deck. So we have Eros, okay, which represents love, right? So there is a lot of unconditional love that is coming in for you. We also have the comic. So there's something about you needing to take a more lighthearted approach when it comes to your relationships, your friendships. Maybe that's the mask that some of you are wearing, like feeling like you always got to be like super serious or, you know, very responsible. And some of you are needing to kind of like let loose a little more is what I'm getting here, okay? I do want to look up this Eros card in the book. I don't really use these cards too often, but the messages are amazing. They always drag me in the best way, okay? So let me see. Look, if I can find it here. I'm like so terrible with with Roman numerals. I'm like, look, I clearly didn't pay attention in that class. Seeing a diamond here, a diamond in the rough. So but also I'm getting that you are amongst diamonds as well. It's something about like every body shining, and it's your vulnerability that is really going to empower you. This is interesting. So Eros isn't so much like the unconditional or agape love. This is more about love as desire, eroticism, and sensuality. Oh my gosh, let me read this. Wish I could bleep out certain words because YouTube is definitely going to be like, no ma'am. All right, so though Aries can be depicted as unbridled sexuality and eroticism, a more contemplative understanding of this archetypal energy leads us to the root of desire itself. What do we long for? Why are we awakened by love? What makes us hesitate in the face of intimacy? Eros reconnects us with the primal longing to merge with another human being, nature, music, art, plants, food, or anything that we perceive we are separate from. Eros allows us to momentarily unite. Our heart embraces otherness, and in doing so, we further understand our own. Our life force awakens. This card reveals an inevitable initiation into love's labyrinth. You may find yourself swirling in a new territory of desire and sensuality. Explore the labyrinth with a curious and honest heart. And remember, though the way is circuitous, you are always being led towards its center. I love this. So when in the light, Eros is passion, playfulness, and sexual health, okay? And when in the dark, it is madness, projection, and obsession. And didn't it mention the word projection in the Jumbi card as well? But also, you know, the playfulness and the passion, I'm seeing that for some of you. That is an energy that's going to be coming through for you. There's something significant about this full moon, even like the following days after the full moon. Maybe some of you are getting out and about this weekend, gonna have a good time with some friends. Maybe you're gonna be making some new friends. So I wanted to go back to the passage because I know it mentioned projection in here. Okay, so if someone else is wearing a mask with you, you deserve clarity. Your relationship and connection is built on lies. Their mask is a projection of your own, okay? So basically what I'm getting from this is you both might, this might be a tough message, okay, for some of you, but you might be feeling like someone is wearing a mask with you when in fact you're wearing a mask with them too, essentially. It may be, I gotta keep it real, it may be one of those situations where it's kind of one of those love-hate relationships where you guys really don't like each other, to be completely honest. And I don't think that maybe you and this other person have acknowledged that. So that might be a little bit of a sticky situation here, but it can be made lighter here with the comic. There can be some sort of humor that you find within this. Some of you, this could have to do with like people pleasing tendencies and feeling like you have to like everybody, that everybody has to be your friend, and that's just not the case. And some of you, this may come from a space of abandonment and feeling like, oh, I would never want anyone to feel rejected or abandoned in the ways that I've been rejected and abandoned in my lifetime. So you kind of go out of your way to involve others, or even to be in relationships, one that aren't really authentic, and then two that maybe have past their expiration date as well, okay? Sometimes, you know, I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I would say maybe in the beginning it was authentic, but from what this passage is saying, it never was really authentic. So that's going to be an interesting situation for some of you. And sometimes it can be like maybe someone had some ulterior motives within the connection. Maybe someone saw that you were luminous and you're shining here and that your life is like really blessed, and maybe they wanted to just connect with you for those reasons and not so much, oh, I actually want to get to know this person. I'm actually curious about this person. I actually want to learn this person. I want to really connect with this person. There could be someone that's like in your energy that's kind of like, I don't know, kind of riding your coattails or something, or thinking like, oh, they're going to like get something out of you. This is really interesting because I think someone is very aware of your life purpose, and you know, you seem to be on your shit, okay, at the end of the day. And I will say a lot of people will be magnetized to that. Even people that don't like you. That's the weirdest thing, I know. Sure, you're going to draw a lot of people to you that actually fuck with you, and you know, this person that you're showing up as, this person that you are, it's not even a person you're showing up as, just the person that you are. People are going to feel drawn to you because you know, they are inspired by that. They're motivated by that. But then there are people that are going to be drawn to you because I'm getting someone's like a little nosy, like kind of keeping you close so they can, you know, figure out what your moves are, what you're doing and stuff like that. This is a really interesting energy. So definitely be mindful. Once again, and I think your spirit knows. Let me see. Ace of Swords, clarity, truth. All right, so you're definitely going to be getting some clarity, some truth about this situation. Masks off with the Ace of Swords. Everything is made maybe even painfully clear, but I don't really feel like this is going to be like, oh my gosh, this is such a betrayal or something like that. I feel like for the most part, you guys are going to be like, oh gosh, thank you. Like, you know, finally cat's out the bag. Like, we know what's really up here. And wow, like, why have we been trying to like be in this situation, this friendship or whatnot, and we both know it's not really working for us, that kind of thing. It can be one of those, you know, kind of those friendships too, where you are just slowly kind of fading to black, and like, you don't necessarily want to do the whole friendship breakup thing. You just feel like, well, maybe I can just stop talking to them a little more slowly over time and they won't notice. Like, that's probably not going to be the case. They're going to notice. And for some of you, it may be something where you're needing to be more direct with where you're at right now. It's okay. Like, we all have free will. Okay. So if you feel like someone is not in alignment with you, then it's okay to let them know that. You know, maybe you've changed, you've evolved in some different ways, and it's not about who's growing the fastest and who's the most evolved. It's none of that, but you are just different now. Maybe you are different from when this person met you, and now you need to connect with people that are resonant with who you are right now, where you're at in your life, in your journey. And I'm getting, it doesn't have to be like this big drama or, oh, now me and this person got beef. It's just like, look, it's just time for us to kind of walk our separate paths. You know, sometimes people's paths, they just diverge. They go in different directions. Who knows? Maybe you and this person will catch up later down the line. Maybe you won't. But look, this is going to get very clear for you in this week ahead. And the way that the Ace of Swords is just sitting under the Junbi card, the Masks card. For those of you that have been wondering if like, is someone wearing a mask with me? The answer is yes, with the Ace of Swords. It's a resounding yes, they are. Okay. I'm hearing they don't want to hurt your feelings. But once again, like, I think that you and this person literally feel the same way, but no one's addressing the elephant in the room. Maybe there's a bit of like conflict avoidant tendencies here, not wanting to rock the boat, not wanting to create drama and things like that. But that's not always authentic. And it doesn't mean that you have to be disrespectful, that you got to cuss somebody out. And I don't think it requires all of that. It just requires you to be honest. It just requires you to stand on some shit here with the Emperor, to be very firm in what you want out of your life, you know, how you really feel about this relationship. The Emperor, to be completely honest, he doesn't give a fuck how anybody's going to respond to him. Sometimes he can be a bit of an ass, I will say that. Oh, full moon in Aries. Come on, Aries. I don't know if I'm talking to an Aries, but for some of you, this ironically can be about a man. Ooh, for some of you, this is a man that's pretending to be your friend, or pretending that he just wants to be a friend, when in actuality, he might want more with you. There might be some sort of desire to explore a different kind of relationship with you. Okay, that is really interesting. All right, so look, you have to let me know how that goes. For others of you, this is someone that you work with the Hierophant coming through. This might be an employer, a supervisor, someone that's in a position of leadership, who maybe in your face, they're like, yeah, you know, you're cool or whatever. But behind your back, they're like, oh man, I can't stand that person. And I can't stand, you know, this employee or something like that. It's a little, I do get somebody being in a position of power, even with the Hierophant coming through as well. This is really interesting. For others of you, I am getting like there might be a friend, someone that is claiming like they're your friend, but they want a lot more with you. They want to be the emperor in your life. They want to possibly even marry you. We've got Aries and Taurus energy coming through here. For some of you, this may be someone that's like a teacher. I get someone like in a position of authority, okay, or power. Whatever position it is that they play in your life, it's like they want more than just friendship with you, okay? They want to kind of turn the tides here with the Wheel of Fortune, for this relationship to be something other than what it already is. Some of you, look, I'm not trying to be rude, but and they might not even outright tell you, although they could with the Ace of Swords. Some of you may be getting a confession of someone's like love or their attraction to you or something like that. Don't be an ass about it with the comic. You might like literally like want to laugh. Oh, that's so mean. I'm sorry, but it's like for some of you, you don't look at this person in that capacity, so you're just like, whoa, what? Like, what signs am I giving you to make you think I'm interested in that way? Let them down easy. Let them down easy, okay? You know, how would you want somebody to let you down if they were not interested in you in that way? I'm definitely getting like read the room, okay? Maybe this person doesn't have a good time or doesn't have an easy time in reading the room. So, there's going to be some thoughts revealed here, a truth that is revealed. And yeah, that's a very interesting situation that some of you are going to find yourselves in. Look, I don't know if you're connected to somebody that's has a lot of wealth potentially. Look, some of you out here, you finna catch you like a sugar daddy or something. I don't know what is going on with this, okay? That might be your blessing coming through. Somebody that claims like, oh yeah, I'm just a friend, or, you know, just here to support you more on that platonic level. And they're like hooking you up with some opportunity, with a job, with some money or something like that. But I did hear, that's beautiful. I heard no strings attached, okay? So even if this person is attracted to you, they're not expecting anything from you. And hey, you know, you can't help it if you're beautiful. Like, people are going to be attracted to you at the end of the day. But everybody doesn't necessarily want something from you is what I'm getting, okay? So I'm getting more so like, I don't know why this is like a romantic type of situation, or there's underlying tones of romance, okay? And it might not necessarily be from your end. It could more so be from theirs. But it's like they're still willing to help you because they actually care about you, okay? And I don't see them, once again, I did hear no strings attached, so I don't think that they are like expecting anything from you per se, okay? Now, for others of you, there is someone, once again, that's in a position of power, in a position of authority here, that might be trying to block your blessings. I've got to be completely honest. With this Wheel of Fortune, we have the Ten of Swords pop out here too. Some of you need to get heavy on your spiritual protection, okay? This Ten of Swords is maybe a lot of activity that's kind of going on behind your back, okay, that you might not be completely aware of. And I know sometimes this can be like really disappointing, like, oh man, like that sucks. I thought that, me and this person were actually cool, or I didn't really think they felt that way about me. But at the end of the day, I do feel like this individual, they're intimidated by you. They're threatened by your life purpose. They might feel like they could never honestly feel the shoes that you feel. They might be intimidated by the fact that there are a lot of blessings coming into your life, that there are a lot of friendships. And I don't want you to feel like, oh my gosh, everyone's against me. Like, I don't really think that's the case. It may be a particular person or something. It could be someone that, why did I just hear left for dead? Left for dead. Why are you guys being so dramatic here? But I'm getting, this could be someone that you have already kind of cut off, left behind, or something like that. And little did you know that this person really wasn't on your side anyway, so they had to go. So anybody that has been cut off out of your life here, excuse me, they need to stay there. But I'm also sensing that this person is sending you some sort of negative energy here. So you definitely want to, yeah, get your spiritual protection up. Underneath the deck is the devil. So some of you do have, it's someone that you had like maybe a bit of a codependent type of toxic relationship with. For some of you, this is going to be an old friend. Okay, I am getting a friend from the past. And it's like, okay, now you don't have to wear a mask with this person, whereas maybe you once were. Maybe you were just kind of tolerating this person just out of history, or whatever the case. Maybe you felt bad for them. And I know that may seem like it's a noble thing to be friends with someone because you feel sorry for them, but it's not. I'm sorry, it's not. You're doing yourself a disservice. You're doing them a disservice. Do not have pity friends, okay? Because imagine if we applied that to a romantic relationship and someone was just with you romantically because they felt sorry for you. Like, yuck, wouldn't that feel terrible? So the same thing goes for your friends too. No pity friendships. Once again, it's something about your own wounding here that you're needing to resolve, and feeling like you got to bring everybody along. Everybody can't come with you, boo. Everybody can't come with you. And somebody, they ass got drops, I will say. Maybe there has already been a truthful conversation had with the Ace of Swords where you had to stand up for yourself, or you had to set some clear boundaries, where you had to get into your Emperor energy and maybe get up in somebody's ass, to be completely honest, okay? Because maybe you're also realizing with that person, you guys didn't have similar values anyway. You guys really weren't in alignment. It's like, what were you doing there? So course correct, boom, we got to get right back on track, because there could have just been some sort of karma, some sort of lesson that you were meant to learn in that situation. And now you can move on with your life, okay? But I will say that person is feeling bitter and feeling some type of way about you moving on here with this Ten of Swords. And they're definitely sending some little funky energies your way. So for some of you on the full moon, make sure you take like a salt bath or something. Burn you like a black candle. I have some anointing oils you can work with in my shop. Bitch Be Gone is a really good oil. It's got some great reviews. And Protect Your Neck. So those may be some oils that you want to consider working with, okay? But for others of you, I'm getting the person that was wearing a mask with you. For some of you, this is like a long-term commitment you were in. Possibly even someone you were married to. Wow. And as I was saying, like that whole dynamic of you don't want to be friends with someone out of pity, right? Look, it could have been a dynamic where you were with someone, maybe you were with them out of pity, or vice versa. Like, or both of you were kind of in that same energy. Like, I feel sorry for you. Even, and I want to be sensitive talking about this, especially during like the month that it is, and it's a big focus on mental health. But I'm getting that some of you may have a tendency to try to save people, where, you know, you're meeting someone and you can tell they're really down and out. I just saw 444 on the screen, so that can be an angel number for you. You see that they're really down and out, and you want to jump in, you want to save them, you want to help them. And maybe, I don't know if that's what trauma bonding really is. I've heard that people are really using that term incorrectly, so I don't know if that's what it really is. Okay, maybe that's not the right word, but it's like the both of you had like a wound, okay, an emotional wound, and you recognized it within each other, and that was really what was connecting you. And your wounding is not your identity. It's not who you are. It's something that happened to you, okay? And for some of you, the wounding as well, it's the mask. Once again, it's not really you. It's not your face. It's not your identity. It's not who you are. And for some of you, maybe you have been working on healing this wounding, right? And taking off this mask here so people can really see who you are behind the trauma, behind the wounds. With the Hierophant, this can be some of you have been in therapy. You've been working with some sort of, with your spiritual practice. You've been connecting with God. You've been, I don't know why I heard initiated, possibly initiated into some spiritual lineage, but also this could be a spiritual community that you are a part of. These could be the friends that you've been connecting with here as well. And it is through your healing that trauma, that wounding, it's not there anymore. It doesn't exist anymore. So that person that you connected with in that space, like, they're looking for the wounded version of you. Like, wait, where'd you go? And you're like, that's not me anymore. And rightfully so, it's not you. And I'm getting some people, there could be someone you're dealing with that wants to like constantly remind you of who you used to be. That wasn't even you, okay? That was a false identity. Maybe you did identify with it at one point, but it was never you. Even their trauma, it is not them. But I think this person may want to latch on to their trauma. They may want to latch on to their sob story. And I'm so sorry, I don't mean to diminish anyone's struggles or challenges in life, but we all have a sob story. Literally every single one of us has a sob story. Okay? And some people, you got to be aware out here with your dealings and who you're connecting with. Some people only want to connect with you from that sob story, from that disempowered place, from that victimhood. Like, and you guys have been like, nah, fuck that. I'm not a victim. I'm not a victim. Like, sure, that happened to me and that was fucked up. And maybe, and even, you know, I didn't deserve that, but, you know, I'm not going to let that define me in my identity and who I am. I'm not going to let that define my purpose in life. Okay. It's like you guys have like transmuted this energy into, fuel for your life purpose here. Your experiences are the fuel to your life purposes. Your trauma has been, the fuel to your life purpose. But I'm getting for some of you as well, even that is changing. Like, your trauma is no longer becoming the fuel because you're not identifying with the trauma as much. Because once again, it was never your identity. It's something that happened to you. You know, many of us, we internalize bad things that happen to us, and then we hold a lot of shame, you know, just a lot of things that we carry, a lot of guilt, you know, whatever it may be. And then we feel like, oh, like I'm tainted, I'm a bad person. And it's like, no, that's not it. A bad thing happened to you. That doesn't make you a bad person. Okay. And I get that someone that you were connecting with, maybe you're connected with right now, and it's going to be revealed here with this full moon. It's like they want to connect with you from that trauma space. So, hey, for those of you that may be, look, don't shoot the messenger, but I'm pretty sure someone told me, like a whole psychologist or therapist was like, yeah, people aren't using that word in the right way. That's not what that really means. So I don't know. But some of you, I will say you're done trauma bonding. Sorry if I'm using it incorrectly, but you're done. You're done trauma bonding. You've learned a lesson. You've broken the cycle here with the Wheel of Fortune, and you are headed in a new direction. And in doing so, someone's feeling maybe really left out and feeling like, well, what about me? Not trying to be an ass, but what about you? Like, why aren't you standing up? Stand up, sis. You know, stand the fuck up. Stand up, bro, whoever you are. Like, go seek the help that you need, the real support that you need. And it doesn't just have to be through God, okay? I know, because that can just sound like, oh, like, go talk to God, go pray about it. Like, that's just gonna really heal your trauma. Some of you really need to go be sitting in a goddamn therapist chair, okay? Or look, at home having your virtual therapy or whatever you need to do. But and look, I might be talking to the person that you're connected with, and don't be petty and go and send them this message. They need to find this on their own, because I think too, you have kind of stepped into this position of almost like leading this person, leading them out of the dark, and they've got to lead themselves out of the dark. Okay. We all have to go through this. 10 of Swords can even be that dark night of the soul, where it's just like you out here shadow boxing all your demons and, you know, all of your trauma and stuff, all the shitty things that have ever happened to you, all of the pain that you could feel is coming up to the surface. And sure, you know, we do want to be available to people, to assist them, to support them, to love them, to care for them in their time of need. But at the end of the day, that person is going to have to pick themselves up. You know, someone can sit there, you know, down in the dumps with them. Hey, like, I acknowledge your pain. I acknowledge your experiences. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Do you know that there is something different that you can experience? That's what's going on. This is like the dark, what is it? The darkness before the dawn, right? So the sun is rising here in the background. And some of you may have been trying to be like, I don't know, that beacon of light or hope for someone that is just not willing to see it. That is just not willing to, you know, embrace it in that capacity. And at the end of the day, we all have free will. And that might be their life path. That might be where they're at right now in their lives, where they just, maybe they need to sit with this a little longer. Honestly, maybe this is the space that they need to be in, of the 10 of Swords. And I know that sounds like really shitty, but we have all been in this 10 of Swords space. This is something that every human is going to go through at some point in life. And just like you had a choice, like, okay, you know, that was really shitty, but I'm gonna pick myself up. Just like you had a choice to pick yourself up and once again to use these experiences to fuel your life purpose, that person has the same ability to do that as well. A lot of people have done this. So there are plenty of examples out there of people that have done this, that have overcome their trauma, that have not allowed their trauma to define them, right? People that, you know, don't identify as, you know, the thing that happened to them, and just kind of like holding on for dear life to the bullshit that they've gone through. Like, life is going to throw bullshit at all of us. Do we deserve it? No. But it's still a part of life. And I don't know if it's a law of the universe, so definitely don't quote me on this. But there was something that I was reading where it was just basically like, life is unfair at times. It just is. Like, it's unfair for everyone at times. And, you know, we can kind of sit in that and let that be our only truth. I just saw 4411 on the screen. Or we can also understand that on the flip side of life being unfair, life has also been fair to us in some ways, right? Life has worked for us in some ways. That's just the duality of the nature of life. God damn it. Okay. You can be out here being the most prayed up person, the most connected person to God, you know, super spiritual on all your shit, and bad stuff can still happen to you. Such is life, right? But usually for the people that are tapped into their faith like that, they're not gonna let that shit keep them down. Sure, like they might kind of sit on their ass and get knocked down, like, okay. They might feel sorry for themselves for a little while, but eventually they get the fuck up, they dust themselves off, and they keep it moving, because that is life, right? And this is where this comic energy comes in too. And look, I'm not saying everything is funny. You can't make light out of every traumatic thing you've experienced, because some shit is just really fucked up, okay? And we can just acknowledge it as such. But some things, you know, it's levels to the fucked up shit, right? Some things just like, oh man, like this is really fucked up, but like it's not gonna kill me, right? You know, maybe it's got me in a weird position temporarily, but I know I can get out of this. You know, I know what I need to do to get past this. You know, sometimes these could just be, you know, disappointments that we experience. Like, oh, you didn't get the job. What you gonna do? Stop looking for jobs now? You gotta find a motherfucking job. So, look, feel sorry for yourself for a minute, have a little pity party, and then, you know, keep it pushing. Maybe you'll realize, like, damn, I kind of fucked up in that interview, or, you know, I didn't go into that as prepared as I could have been. You know, it may be something that you kind of recognize about that situation. Like, well, damn, I didn't even really like that person that interviewed me anyways. They seemed like a jackass, and I don't want to work with a jackass, right? So, you know, this is just little ways that maybe we can try to reframe some of these Ten of Swords, womp, womp, womp type of moments, okay? Know that these moments too are a part of the life purpose, and they're not meant to break you. They're not meant to defeat you. They are meant to redirect you, is what I'm getting. So whatever didn't work out, praise God that it did not work out for you, because it would have had you chained and feeling like you were in this devil energy, whatever it is that you missed out on. Praise God that that didn't work out for you. For some of you, it is some sort of romantic situation, okay? I get some of you are definitely looking for your divine masculine or whatever, your man's, right? So I want to get married, all the things. Look, I get it. You know, even for my fellas out there, you might be looking for, look, whatever, because it could be same sex, so I don't even want to get into all the gender shit. Like, who cares? Just whatever, whoever it is that you're interested in. Some of you are feeling down in the dumps. Maybe you just went through a breakup. Maybe you've just been having a hard time in dating. You know, maybe you just went on a really bad date, right? And you thought that someone was going to be it, but they turned out not to be it. I'm getting, you need to thank God that person was not it, okay? Because that person was definitely going to be blocking your blessings. That person also might have had you showing up in a very inauthentic way that is not in alignment with your life's purpose. And you damn sure don't need anybody in your life that is going to block you from your life's purpose. Your covenant, your promise with God is to fulfill this. And when you're in inauthentic relationships, you cannot fulfill your promise to God. You cannot fulfill your contract. God will fulfill her end of the contract all the time. Okay? But I don't want you to feel like, oh, that means everything's going to be smooth, easy all the time either. You're still going to have challenges. You need those challenges to, if we didn't have challenges, what point would there be for a fucking life purpose, really, for any of this shit, right? This is about trying to find a little goddamn meaning in the fucking bullshit, guys. And for some of you, it's like, look, I know things have been really difficult. Things have not been going your way. There is a meaning behind this. There is a purpose behind this. Wow, that's so crazy. I don't know if you guys, what's that show called? She's Gotta Have It. I didn't really get into it when it first drops. I honestly have just been a little bored and just looking for different things to watch on Netflix. So I've gotten into it in the past couple of weeks. Literally just watched an episode in the second season where, what was the guy's name? Mars. He was singing the song at the like the Puerto Rican, like the hurricane fundraiser thing. He was singing a song about like, yes, I'll cry today and then I'll smile tomorrow. And there was a line in there about like, I know there's a purpose, there's a meaning behind all this bullshit. Okay. So for some of you, yes, there is a meaning behind all of this. There's a meaning behind the rejection. There's a meaning behind, for some of you, yeah, it may feel like a betrayal. It may feel like an abandonment. But it is ultimately meant to redirect you, course correct you. So you stay in alignment with this. Somebody was pulling you away from this. Tell them bye-bye, bye. Like, I'm locked in now. I'm on my mission now. Like, I don't have time for that shit. And to be honest, you could have been pulling them away from their mission too. Just both tangled up in this funky ass devil energy. Once again, it could be some type of codependency here that's going on between you and this person. And this could be anybody. This could be a friend. This could be someone you were romantically involved with. This could be like a supervisor, a work type of situation here. This could be a business partnership, whatever it is, okay? Where, like I said, this person was getting you off your path and vice versa. You might have been getting them off theirs. Even if you had the best of intentions. But once again, like I said, being with someone out of pity, because we feel sorry for them, because we feel like we have to save them. Nope, we can't do that anymore. We can't do that anymore. And that doesn't mean we're heartless. It doesn't mean we are not empathetic. It just means we're real, right? You're real. You're real about what you have the capacity for, what kind of relationships you have the capacity for. And you guys are shifting into a space where you want to be with people that are empowered, people that feel like they're, it's not to say in control of their lives, but yeah, to a certain degree, where people aren't just, oh, life is just happening to me and woe is me. Like, no, I don't see you guys being around people like that. Like, you're bossing the fuck up. And it doesn't mean that you're never going to experience this again. But once again, you are not defeated. You are not easily defeated. You might feel that way at times. You might feel like, man, I'm losing. But it's the fact that you get the fuck up every fucking time that makes you a winner. Every time. That's what makes you a winner. That's what makes you a chosen one. That's what makes you the perfect candidate for this life purpose that only you can live out. Oh, okay. I need to get off of here. This has went on way longer than I really wanted it to. I'm trying to see what else we got going on. Look, I don't even want to get in zodiac signs. Fuck that. I'm not even getting into that because honestly, I don't read major arcana as like zodiac signs as people. I read the minor arcana, the court cards as people. So I'm just gonna say, look, these are energies we're working with. You can apply it to whoever it applies to in your life. Because it might not be any of these zodiac signs that I even see here. It still is your reading. It still is your message. Okay? So, with that being said, yeah, we good. All right, my loves. Look, because I can sit up here all motherfucking day. Have a beautiful day, evening, whatever, wherever you are watching this. Sending so much love to you. Happy full moon coming up here on Friday, y'all. Look, be easy out here. Be easy. Like I said, you know, there could be some things that are being revealed. Let them be revealed. Let them come. Because these are the things that are also being cleared out of your fucking path when it comes to your divine life purpose. Accept it. Okay? Accept it. roll with the punches here. I know it's hard sometimes. Look, I be out here feeling like, damn, life show is kicking my ass. Like, what I do? Shit. Exist? Like, basically, that's what it is. You motherfucking exist. So life is gonna kick your ass sometimes. Like, be like that, right? But like I said, every motherfucking time you get the fuck up, and that is what makes you a winner, okay? I love you, boo. Take care of yourself. Sending you all the love. Until next time. Bye.